NAB's barely even started yet and we've already got some incredibly new exciting stuff from Blackmagic Design. And I do think that this news, you know, it's big news just for today, but also I think it's going to have a lot of repercussions for a lot of other camera companies coming down the line. So if you didn't watch Blackmagic's 27-day long live stream that they did to talk about the important stuff for about 5 minutes at the end, here's kind of what happened. Also a huge shout out to Brandon and to Jarrell for providing good quality, entertaining content live streams while we're waiting for Blackmagic to get to the point and talk about what we're going to talk about. So big shout out to them. So if you haven't seen yet online, Blackmagic Design just came out with an update to their Pixis and their Blackmagic 6K full frame cinema camera. I don't actually know the full title for that camera. But basically they've started to add autofocus to their L-mount cameras, and they've also released a new Pixis 12K, which we're not going to talk about today. I just want to talk about the autofocus, right? Continuous autofocus in Blackmagic cameras is kind of game-changing for the company and I think for the users. Blackmagic has always just been the camera to go to for a lot of beginner filmmakers, right? People who are really wanting to get the highest quality image possible for the lowest amount of money without having to deal with many compromises. Now, oftentimes people in those kind of situations, most of the time, are one-man bands, right? That's mainly my experience. That was what drew me to Blackmagic Design, was being able to get the amazing image quality and the usability, the B-raw, all of those kind of things for a really affordable price. But for a lot of people, a big problem with that was it didn't have any autofocus. Now, autofocus isn't something that everybody should rely on fully. It's really important to learn manual focus, obviously. But I have to say, as a one-man band and as someone who actually just films myself quite a lot these days, the opportunity to get Blackmagic's image quality, their raw, everything that comes with a Blackmagic camera, plus continuous autofocus, is really awesome to see. Now, I'm kind of kicking myself because looking back on the Blackmagic sale that they did on the 6K full frame camera for $1,500, I think it was. Now, the fact that those people who bought that camera for $1,500 are getting it with autofocus, I'm so jealous. So if you're one of those people, sound off in the comments down below, because I think you guys hit the jackpot to get a 6K full frame camera with autofocus with Blackmagic stuff for $1,500. I mean, that's just crazy. Secondly, what I think is so exciting about this is that this will affect things for other companies as well. Blackmagic has always kind of set this standard or really pushed the boat that has forced other companies to think. I do think cameras like the FX3 and the FX30, these kind of small pocket-sized cinema cameras, is probably a little bit of a result because of Blackmagic's push for small, compact-ish, handheld cinema cameras like their Pocket series, which aren't that small, they're pretty big. But I think a lot of companies do tend to see what Blackmagic are doing and they start to see that they need to be putting out more for the money, because Blackmagic do put so much stuff in their cameras for such a low price point compared to the competition. Now, one thing that I think is really important for a lot of people to do before you rush to your keyboard and hit purchase, right? There's going to be two sides to this. Firstly, I think it is important to give it a minute, give it a few days at least, so that we can get our hands on reviews and tests at NAB, which I'm about to head there in like 2 days. So if you have any questions or if you want me to test anything in particular, do let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to get to those. But give it a few days and let people test this stuff out, because it's easy to look at Blackmagic's announcement of this and immediately hop on the bandwagon, but we don't know if their autofocus is actually worth using yet. And if it's not worth using just yet, then it's still probably worth waiting. Now, on the flip side to that, the tariffs are coming in, so if you're going to want to buy one of these, you probably want to buy it sooner rather than later. But I would recommend give it a few days and see how the press are dealing with it, see how other people's experience with this autofocus is, and then make your decision from there. So don't dive on just yet, but go check out some of the reviews and see what people are saying about it. But anyway, I'm just excited to see this stuff at NAB. Again, do let me know if you have any thoughts or want me to check out anything particular over there while I'm there. And I want to hear what your thoughts are, right? What are your thoughts about Blackmagic Design? What are your thoughts on this camera, about the Pixis 12K, about the 6K, getting autofocus, and all this kind of stuff? I think it's pretty exciting times and I'm excited to see what we get as a result of this in the future. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. While you're down there, do hit the like button or maybe even subscribe as we continue to build this channel. I appreciate all of you for doing so and hope that you have a wonderful day.